This man that you're looking at right here is an absolute legend. This is Justice Clarence Thomas, who is one of the Supreme Court justices. He is a fantastic person. He is a great man. And if you haven't, there is this one documentary out there that I highly recommend watching about him and his life. It was made by PBS. It is about Clarence Thomas. It is fantastic. Go check out that documentary when you have a chance. And it is a very eye-opening documentary. And it gives you some very eye-opening things about Biden as well, which are very interesting. If you guys aren't aware, Clarence Thomas and Biden have quite the history with each other, and it isn't a good history either. Biden has done some very terrible things in the past to Clarence Thomas. So with all of that being said, we are at this time right now where Clarence Thomas himself is starting to speak out against cancel culture. This is epic beyond proportions. We are going to take a look at what Thomas has to say here and everything that he has to say about cancel culture, about wokeism, and that entire mentality that is continuing to rampage throughout our country. Justice Thomas slams cancel culture, packing the Supreme Court. So, U.S. Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas says he's concerned efforts to politicize the court or add additional justices may erode the institution's credibility. Speaking Friday on Utah at an event, Thomas, the most senior justice on the 9-member court, said he often worries about the long-term repercussions of trends such as cancel culture and the lack of civil debate. And of course, that is something that very few people are actually paying attention to, are the long-term repercussions of things such as cancel culture. And what that is going to do to future generations. We're already seeing this start to pop up, where these new generations that are starting to engage in the social media sphere are afraid of saying their thoughts, their opinions, and they're afraid to disagree with certain narratives and agendas that are being pushed by the mainstream media and all these other woke companies and everything else. Hollywood included in that. So we're already starting to see the effects of cancel culture and how it is even more so churning our culture into a Marxist communist society. You can cavalierly talk about packing or stacking the court. This is coming from Clarence Thomas. You can cavalierly talk about doing this or doing that. At some point, the institution is going to be compromised, he told an audience of about 500 people. By doing this, you continue to chip away at the respect of the institutions that the next generation is going to need if they're going to have civil society. Boom. So, and he is completely correct about this. And this is the type of stuff that Yuri Bezmenov talked about in his interview as well. This is the type of that same type of stuff where he talked about the destabilization of society and how, you know, how the Marxist communist agenda does that. And cancel culture is absolutely one of the effects of that type of mentality and the destabilization of society. I'm afraid, particularly in this world of cancel culture attack, I don't know where you're going to learn to engage as we did when I grew up, he said. Exactly. And if you can't have open and honest conversations about what you think with other people, then you don't have a free society. You just simply don't. And that is where we're at right now. We just saw that happen recently with Trump's interview that he did that was posted on YouTube that had like 5 million views. And it was taken down by YouTube. And Trump in that interview predicted that was what was going to happen to that interview. So we're living in this time where you can't have honest conversations with each other. And that isn't free. That is not a free society. So in some ways, you could say that that is where we're at right now. We do not live in a free society. And that is a shame, because that goes directly against what this country was built upon and what allowed these giant corporations that are now stifling speech to rise to the level of power that they are. If you don't learn at that level in high school and grammar school, in your neighborhood, or in civic organizations, then how do you have it when you're making decisions in government, in the legislature, or in the courts? Exactly. If you can't have open conversations, then you have nothing. You just don't. In addition to condemning cancel culture, Thomas also blasted the media for cultivating inaccurate impressions about public figures. So he has a lot of really good stuff to say here. He is completely correct, and he is, I mean, Justice Clarence Thomas has a lot of wisdom, and he sees what is happening and the direction that our country is going in, and that is exactly what he is trying to warn us of. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think about this in the comments below. What do you think about what Clarence Thomas has to say? Leave a comment, a like, all the good stuff, and I'll talk to you in another video soon. Bye.